Like full round time. Like, no, don't. It's funny. Okay.
Greetings and welcome to Die presents the Grimstone Chronicles, Season 4, Episode 23. I'm your DM and host, Marty, joined by two-thirds of the Ontario crew. Adam will join us after he gets back from his wife's work Christmas party. We were just chuckling about a vicious weapon.
Yeah.
They were looking at the treasure, and Mark wants to give Barnabas wants to get the vicious rune to put on Eamon's weapon.
Yep.
So,
Big for me.
just so mean. Barnabas is so mean.
No, I want to see you practice. Go.
Funny. How's everyone doing tonight?
Good. Preparing for my trip to Egypt next Wednesday.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nothing like traveling with a preteen, mid one, and then a 2-year-old. It's gonna be great.
You're going to be that couple on the plane.
We're sorry. It's his first time on the plane.
Oh no. See that's the parents with like the first child. Third child, be like, what are you looking at?
You think I like this? It's right in my ear.
That's funny. Okay,
So,
for travel, and then Mark was telling me about his 4 different parties of Wrath of the Righteous.
Yeah, I am at the point now where I'm like, I really want to finish the game, so I'm going to finish it with my good character who's going down the angel path.
Yep.
So I can maximize my effectiveness as the demon for my blood rage, my evil blood rage.
What's the class of your character?
I went from paladin, and then I rebuilt it as a Zen archer. And the Zen archer, once you put like holy damage on your weapon, is like, oh wow, just wow.
Yep.
Nice.
Plus, it's like I think they're 15th level now, so it's like with haste, it's like 6, 7, or 8 attacks around, like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I always merc an archer, and there are some disgusting builds.
Yeah.
They're good against the mooks. I find the archers start to have a hard time hitting, strangely enough, with the big boss enemies.
Well, yeah, unless they're fighters, I find fighters keep up.
Okay.
If you use Wenduag, I've got Wenduag as my archer and one of my. But once she's got like weapon focus, greater weapon focus,
Max Bab and all the
weapon
all the
trading,
bosses,
Max
yeah.
Bab,
Yeah.
and she's even got like mythic rapid shot, so she's not taking a penalty there. So it's just like, yeah, she hits every time.
That's cool.
And does a shit ton of damage too, because again, weapon training. She's got the gauntlets of dueling, so it's +2 to her weapon training. And
Yeah, Zen Archer, you don't get full Bab.
No.
I've tried War Priest.
oh no, Zen Archer, you do get full
You
bab.
do get full Bab? Okay.
Yeah, because they use the progression of the Unchained Monk,
I see. Okay.
but with the powers of the Zen Archer.
War Priest, I don't think you get full Bab.
No.
And then Rogue. So yeah, I've got some Archer builds where
Yeah.
you're kind of sacrificing a tiny bit of your Bab for some extra powers.
I've got a fun rowdy rogue that when she hits, like the sneak attack's like 100 damage. It's like, oh my god.
Things
But-
explode.
yeah, things explode, especially at the beginning of the game. It's like, okay, she goes first and the thing dies.
And the spider dies.
Exactly. But it's getting to the point where, like, I think that Bab's starting to. It's like, oh, she missed. That's
Yeah.
even though she was invisible at first of the round. It's like, oh.
Yeah. Some of the monsters get really rough. Have you finished Pathfinder Kingmaker and started Wrath of the Righteous, or?
You mean the game that I'm playing with my boys?
Yeah.
No,
No.
it's still taking a while.
Wow. Okay.
It's fine. We're taking the long way. We're playing the game in real time.
Okay.
So a little bit at a time, basically.
A month passes. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's going slow. It's okay. It's fun. We get to it once in a while. But yeah, I have the second game. I started it, made sure that I can make the stealth characters. Like, okay, the mods will be better by the time I get to it.
So you're playing on computer? Then?
Yeah, I have it on computer. I actually bought the first one on the PS4, and it has all the mods. So we're playing. I can't remember the first mod. I can't remember what it was. It's like a smaller or a side.
Oh, hang on. You're playing Kingmaker on PS4 with mods? Did I understand?
No, not mods, not
Okay.
mods, patches.
Okay. I was gonna say I'm
DLCs.
missing.
I mean,
I'm missing
no,
out.
DLCs. No, the mods. I wish, dude. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother with the PC. But yeah, there's an extra DLC that I was playing with before, and it's fun. It's fun. The graphics are much better on the PS4.
Yeah, they are. They're.
Yeah.
Marty was showing me his Wrath of the Righteous Party. I'm like, I wish I could see spikes on my armor.
Yeah, with every update, there seems to be some like visual update as well. The magic items look different, and yeah.
I will say that the Wrath of the Righteous there's a definite graphics upgrade from Kingmaker.
Yeah.
But PC is still where it's at. So.
Yeah, I'm in chapter 3, I guess it would be, right after Dresden. I'm still farting around there. And then the DLC that they added is you do this side quest to go raid demon isles for treasure. And it's kind
Listening, BRB.
It's distracting though to the main quest. Like, oh, I want to win the game. No, I'll just go and farm some treasure and XP.
It's kind of like that never-ending dungeon quest of Kingmaker.
Yeah.
You want some neat stuff? Have a look.
Yeah, I find that I'm playing on unfair, and the fights sometimes get down to, oh, we're just rolling for 20s.
That's no fun.
Once in a while, it's not bad, but I don't know, when it's against some minor enemies, it just doesn't feel right. But
No, I understand video game frustration. It doesn't happen very often.
Yep.
My wife actually gave me shit because I got frustrated yesterday. I don't know why. It's a wrestling game I got from last year. I just restarted a career mode thing, and I kept losing this triple threat match because the other guy, I wasn't being pinned. It was the other guy putting another guy in a submission hold, and I'm like, "Don't you tap, bitch! Don't you tap!" Like 5 times. It was finally my mom was like, "You need to stop right now."
It was the person. It was the computer generated.
The computer generated character is submitting to the other computer generated character. I'm like, no!
The game wanted you to lose.
Oh, it clearly did.
It wants you to have the epic comeback fight or something.
I don't know. I was like, after like the 6th time of basically the same thing happening, like, fine, you win.
Well, Crusader Kings 2, I started playing because I watched some medieval movies and that sort of thing. I'm like, I'm gonna play a dynasty. So in the 800s, I'm playing a dynasty that's trying to take over like all of the British Isles.
Oh my god.
Oh. Hey.
Did the party...
Did the party end?
Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay. Jessica wasn't feeling well. We came back.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hello.
We were just doing the pregame chit chat. You didn't miss much, so
Cool.
yeah.
I'm back in time. Yay.
Yeah, you haven't missed a thing.
Yeah. So Crusader Kings 2, I got really mad at it because you're playing your dynasty, right?
Yeah.
As long as you have an heir and your main king dies, then you keep on playing the game. And if you've set up your titles right, you inherit most of your titles and you kind of continue the game. But I had one king that had really awesome stats, and he was just awesome. He was like king forever. I'm like, oh, he's 44, keep on going. But he kept on getting like every disease and surviving. I'm like, yeah. But finally he got consumption, good old timey disease.
Yeah.
and like he died, and his son was like just like a 3-year-old kid, which means you have to play through handcuffed until he's of age. So I'm like, I'll restart. No, I died of consumption. I'll restart from save. No, he dies of consumption. He lasted a little bit longer this time, but consumption. I think he got to, his kid was 7 instead of 3. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll take over from here. But there was like, goddamn consumption! Funny. So I'm playing, the first guy started out the Duke of Wessex, and then the second king was the really long-lived king. And he became the King of Ireland, the King of Wessex, and he wanted to become the King of England, but I did an UPA, and I married my daughter off to the King of like Northumbria or something like that. And we were just in a non-aggression pact, so I basically beat up the Irish while I was waiting for, things to change. But consumption. And it wasn't until
Not historically inaccurate.
who also died. His son was like, look, he's got great stats. He's a spitting image of his dad. He lasted until, 22 or so. His brother then took over, and his brother's like, okay, decent stats, I can work with that. Died within a year from some disease. And then the legitimate half-brother from my original king's lover, who I legitimized, is now the king that I'm playing now. And he started off really young. He's got his, like, I gotta go through this region to make sure my council says okay, like I can't just be the tyrant. But finally, I took over enough England so I could claim that he's king of England. So he's the king of Wessex, England, and Ireland. And then the Vikings came, and now I'm dealing with the fucking Vikings. Basically, the Vikings own Scotland, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna suck. They've got so much territory. I have to kick their ass so hard just to nibble away one little province. Anyways, so I'm having fun with that. Yeah, good old-fashioned medievally fun. But we were talking about video games that made us mad. Mark was playing a wrestling game that made him mad, and
which is unusual. I usually don't get mad at video games.
Like 2K22 made you mad?
Yeah.
I just know that the character creator in that is amazing because I've been watching people like create stuff, and you can create fucking anything.
Oh yeah, you can. It is actually
like that's an amazing character creator.
When I started this new game, like I honest to God spent 2 evenings, one making the character, and the next evening I set up the moves.
For a wrestling game, it's that involved?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You set up your full move set. Like you set up your full move set,
we're talking hundreds of moves. And then you customize the entrance, and you customize their victory. Their victory if they're a good guy, and their victory if they're a bad guy.
If they're a heel.
It's an evening to build your own NHL franchise because you got to build the sweater.
Yeah, you build everything around them.
Here's their arena, and here's their stuff, and then
what is the walkout song?
Team, is it stealing from some other team? Is it like a change of teams, or is it a true expansion? You're doing the expansion draft, so yeah, there's an entire evening that you could waste doing setup basically to play the game.
Like my wife watches me play it. She's like, "Are you going to actually play the game at some point?" I'm like, "Not for like 5-6 hours." I'm like,
this shit's got to be perfect.
I don't like the gloss look on the guy's tights. I gotta figure out.
I need to find new tights for this.
Nerd. All right. Oh, cool. So how are you doing, Adam?
Not too bad. No, Jessica wasn't feeling well, so we decided to not give whatever she has to the. She's like, I keep hearing sea sounds in my one ear. It's like, are you sure we should be going to a party, sweetie? You're hearing the sounds of the sea in your ear, and you're having a little bit of a fever going. How about we just, I'll go get some chicken. We'll watch a movie. We'll call it, we'll call it a thing. Yeah. And she could take a nap now. Perfect.
Probably.
All right. Adam's like, yeah, not just that one.
Hey. I actually reinstalled Lichdom. Lichdom Battle Mage.
Is that good?
It's the first person
It is a first person. It's like a
it's like
serious
a shooter,
Sam,
but with magic.
but you cast spells.
Yeah.
So it's like like kind of a mindless shooter where you cast spells and enemies warp in and you just keep making the magic happen. You have defensive spells, attack spells, movement spells. So I've created a new character there. TK. The first time I played it, I played TK for a couple hours. I'm like, all right, TK, we're retiring you. We're bringing in Widget. He's the new battle mage. I remember getting my ass absolutely handed to me in the game, and I'm like, I'm old and I'm tired. I'm just going to play it on normal. Hard is for idiots. let's just play it on normal. Blow shit up. Kaboom! Fuck you, demon.
I too name some of my video game characters after my D&D characters.
So the
absolutely.
You customize you get customized spells, and it really promotes spell combos. Currently, it's a telekinetic hold comboed with like a leech's consumption comboed with like a overcharged fireball is the way to like make a big demon go boom and little bits go everywhere.
All right, let's do a recap what happened last game. It was called the Smoking Tower. The Steelrose Expeditionary League launches an attack on the Smoking Tower to root out the doppelgangers and other threats, while Sunny, Quintessa, Cog keep guard over the brass monolith. Sunny treats with a group of knowledgeable mephits, sending them home in exchange for information. The party interrogates a fire giant captive before spending an evening preparing for a trip to the Plane of Fire. Okay, I think this is where we left off in the Smoking Tower. I forced you guys there. You had learned a few spells, or Sunny had learned a spell?
Sunny learned a spell. Everyone else was like, we already learned that, you idiot. And I'm like, well...
The apprentice doesn't mind you guys camping out here. Doesn't mind you guys looking through his master's spell books. I don't know if you're taking them. I did put the spell books in the treasure sheet, as a good DM should.
Feels like a jab at me. I took that personally. Maybe I have a guilty conscience.
I did my work. Well, I feel bad sometimes. It's like, yeah, you find some treasure, and I don't know what it is. I feel lazy when that happens.
I think there's a very high likelihood we're going to, like, you're my apprentice now. Right kind of thing going on. Somebody is just who's going to be.
Yeah, you learned that Falrenth had 6-level spells, which means as a wizard he did not have a plane shift. But you did find a couple of scrolls of plane shift that he might have purchased or found elsewhere.
Yep.
That might be the preparations that he needed to make in order to make trips, was to go and find him.
It's a little bit easier when you're a priest.
These aren't bad spells.
Barnabas will take him as an apprentice. Just be mean to him too.
That's a punishment.
Why does my wizard staff have to have a vicious rune on it? Because I think they're funny.
Don't cast your spells, hit it with your stick.
Don't waste your spells on the goblins.
It hurts.
No, I know if you have a vicious rune in our treasure pile. It's going on Eamon's sword.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what we all said.
We need the scene when he's your master for millennia.
He's gonna take his gear off and just give it to you. I'm like, go kick some ass, bud.
When he's your jailer for all time.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I wasn't 100% clear. I don't remember. Is the entire group that is at the Smoking Tower going into the Plane of Fire?
I believe so.
We can. I don't know if we can grab Barnabas. It's really up to you, Mark. If you want, we can. I
Well,
just don't know how long we're going to be here for.
Barnabas is guarding.
Barnabas is guarding right now. So And we need someone who can cast.
Plane shift.
Barnabas is annoying the caretaker of the Mountainroot Temple right now.
He's bonding.
Being
We call that
quiet, as
bonding.
long as he is not being disturbed.
Ooh, that's a good one. Sorry. I'm just changing up Sunny's spells with the sleep. Excuse me. If you're trying to kill a rune giant, Brennos would like to go attack a rune giant. I think Slake is cool for killing a rune giant if we're killing a rune giant. Sunny wants to diplomance the Efreet on the other side, or at least figure out what the sort of the rule is here. I suspect Morgana would be of similar mind with that.
She is. She's not for getting into a fight unnecessarily. So if the opportunity comes to kill the rune giant, a Runakar, without upsetting the Efreet, let's do it. But let's not push our luck with. We have no idea.
We don't own that plane.
Yeah,
and we've
exactly.
been told they're highly litigious.
Yeah.
Or whatever. They're highly lawful evilly.
Yeah.
And then I think Thogrim is on, like, the quest for Vulcan.
He is.
Sounds like a Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like the 7 of you are going. I think plane shift can bring that many.
Up to 8, I believe.
Are you leaving Apprentice Certain behind, or are you bringing him?
Does Apprentice Certain want to cross?
I don't know. Who's asking him?
Sunny. Are you coming?
I do not have... He looks frightened and full of wonder at the same time. I do not have the spells to protect myself. I will burn up like a crisp.
Oh, we've got planar adaptations. You know, from the book, except better.
I would like to see the other side. I've only heard tales from my master and some of the traders and whatnot.
Woohoo! Excellent.
No, there's a share memory.
So, I'm just gonna.
Hey, you don't get XP from share memory now.
Portable.
Yeah, that's true.
Doing some things.
Fair enough.
I'm a level 17 TV washer.
I've seen everything. Pretty sure those are called keyboard warriors these days.
Keyboard warrior.
Okay,
So
the group. Are
since
you
we're using
leaving
a
the red?
planar adaptation.
Are you leaving the red salamander behind? Because I think that thing counts as a creature.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, no, he's put in a little cage in the.
He's got a little cage in the.
I'll put him down with the prisoner in the same sort of like. Yeah, we got a prisoner.
Okay. You didn't tell certain it was a polymorph creature. It's just like, oh, it's a salamander.
He'll make a haughty familiar one day.
Alright, I'm going to move you to the brass obelisk mask or map. I assume you moved the bodies, or did you just leave them there?
I'll do him.
The the doppelganger bodies?
Yeah.
Don't they disappear?
No, they turned
No.
into doppelgangers.
These ones didn't. I
Really?
think I had a disintegrate prepared. I think it's a pile and it goes poof and we're done with it.
All right. Yeah. It does not look like any creatures have come here. The smoke has died down a little bit. However, it's still smoking from your usage of the brass obelisk on the day prior. Certainly full of excitement. He's also probably very anxious or nervous.
Brennos will be praying to a different god this day.
Okay, which one?
Sorry, give me a second. Apologies. It won't be the it won't be the evil god of. Well, the evil merchant god actually is pretty decent for this. You know what? We're going to stay with the evil merchant god. We're going to the place where we do the trade.
You're praying to a Bathor?
A Bathor, yeah. We're still praying to a Bathor. I just want to make certain it was something that would be in alignment with whatever negotiations have to go on with the crazy slave people.
Yeah. Did you give yourself evil points from the adventure where you went around and made some enemies?
Not yet.
Okay, yeah, give yourself some a Bathor point.
Like a handful.
Or is he neutral evil?
A Bathor, I believe, is neutral evil. A Bathor is neutral evil.
Okay, so your level in evil points.
This is a good thing because I was so low on evil. Those rich yabos.
So hold on. Explain. So when you get points in evil, what does that mean? Or points in good?
It means that the chances that a god is going to dick with me in a way I don't want goes down if I'm balanced across. Like I'm not offending a god. It's the ability for a god to affect me either positively or negatively, and I can get it from having too much of something or having not enough of something.
Got it.
Like right now, my chaos is really low compared to my law. So I better do some chaotic shit at some point because my law is like double my chaos.
So Brennos, when he sleeps, could right now he's got 41 lawful points, 27 chaotic points, 24 good, and 26 evil. You could just even it all out if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, I can just burn them to yeah.
Because right now it means that the gods have 24 spell levels for good, 26 for evil, etc. That they can just act through Brennos.
Oh, the things can happen.
Yeah,
like a summon monster 9 could just whip itself up.
Yeah, we're in the territory of gate happens.
Hey, look at this. A unique being shows up at your location through a gate. Yeah.
Brennos is for you.
I think there's an interesting future mechanic for clerics.
Yeah.
Where it's like
I think we're best running a cleric.
Not across all of it, but you do really good, and then stuff happens because you are,
Yes.
you are the priest.
Miracles happen, and you don't control them.
Yeah. Definitely something that the old gods would, a flavor of the old gods. I don't think the new gods act that way. They're much more like faceless entities.
They're concepts.
As opposed to actual characters you can interact with.
Oh, like Facebook friends. I just being a dick, I'm sorry.
No,
If the picture has boobies, probably ignore it. It's a scam. That's a scam.
I used to follow every Twitter account for our D&D account that followed us, but there's been this slew of like, obviously scam e-girls, like 50 follow. It's like, no, idiot. You obviously don't like anything about role-playing games. You're not getting to refollow. All right, so the party marches up to the brass obelisk. Where do I lay down?
Whatever you like. Do you get uncomfortable?
Really?
There's something chews through my armor. I don't like it when my joints don't work, and that's not what
I don't like it when my joints don't work either. See? You still have some of your dwarf-manity within you.
Besides,
and his eyes flare like this weird green, and you can hear this like clicking sound as now the ashy snow that's hitting him is actually boiling very quickly.
besides, you don't want me to get uncomfortable.
What was that?
It's
Oh, I know how to solve this. Sonny, what was that?
the bit of a Cabernex node sort of being connected.
Oh, Slake just gave you all a minor dose of radiation by doing that.
Oh, it's not very healthy.
Coming out of the side of him after he did that, like.
I don't think you have much to be worried about. I believe you're, beyond where that would cause issues.
What kind of issues?
I'm just gonna lay down here, right? On the...
I have questions that you people will answer when we get back from the plane of fire.
Oh, perfect.
I am a member of this organization now, and I will be treated as an equal.
Have you heard of a Cabernet node before?
I don't know what that is. I don't think she knows what that is.
It's a big horrible machine thing that it's like a machine intelligence that's trying to spread itself across the plains. We destroyed a node. The problem with that is it implies that there are more.
Well, that's a good thing. I hate machines. No offense, Slade.
Yeah, I'm gonna lie down here in the center, right?
You might want to give us spellbeggars a chance to beg a little bit before we go, though.
I'm gonna shut down now. All right, spellbeggars.
Give him a minute.
Goes inert.
Are we preparing to fight when we get to the other side?
Oh, I don't know what's over there.
We should be prepared for battle, but also diplomacy.
I think like the normal seed visibilities.
Yeah, the 10-minute levels. Yeah, Barkskin.
Seed visibilities, resist fire.
Yeah.
Communal. Barkskin.
Oh, well, this planar adaptation.
The planar
How long does
adaptation.
that last? Just out of curiosity.
14. I'm gonna use a mythic point, make it 16. No, 14 hours is fine. 14 hours.
Okay.
This is communal.
I just want to make certain it's not.
Oh, it's not shared. Actually, it's a good. Maybe this is glass. Don't push here.
Oh no, it's not like the other mass ones where you.
I don't think
split
this
the
is
time.
shared.
Everybody gets the time.
I don't. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so it's
That's
16 hours
awesome.
period.
Yeah, it's probably so that you can go adventuring on other planes.
Yeah.
We're only there for an hour.
And then, oh my god, I died from carbon monoxide.
We want.
We had to GTFO.
Every time I plane shift there, I'm 500 miles away from where I need to be, and then I can never get there.
Yeah, Val doesn't have a lot of buffs, so I don't think he's going to buff going in.
Quintessa is putting up her bark skin. She will use a communal resist fire.
Yep.
Okay. Communal.
You know what? Sunny is going to cast a communal resist fire,
Oh, okay, I'll save mine then.
and it will be the eternal blessing.
That is-
So it'll last all day.
Explain this!
Yeah, Sunny just whips off a spell. He did something extra. Give me a spellcraft.
You just magic. Relax.
What's the level of the communal?
You're a Costa. What's the problem?
It'd be third.
Okay, so
Okay,
21 with Mythic's probably like a 31 to know what's going on.
okay, that's far from a guarantee because this isn't Barnabas.
And it's communal planar adaptation.
There's a communal planet adaptation, but that's coming from Thogrim.
Yeah.
Just so everybody's got resist 30, and we don't have to worry about it again.
Oh, no, yeah, that's 30, not 20, 38.
They're breaking the rules of magic.
We are having a discussion when we're finished here.
I like discussions.
You've heard of this before, but it was never an opportunity to explore this line of experimentation because you didn't know any mythic heroes that tapped into the magic of the gods.
Okay.
You now piece together that they all have it. Like
Her brain is just going, how?
the casters of this group, you now realize that you've seen Thogrim do it, you've seen Sunny do it, and you've seen, I think, Barnabas do it.
Widget, too, I think.
Widget, yeah.
He whips out counter spells like they're candy.
All right, so Val is like looking at his mother, like there's like a tilt to his helmet, like he's like what the fuck's going on, kind of thing. Like why are you?
Yeah, just slapped out like. It's nothing, Val. We'll talk about it later.
Oh, I have a wand of mage armor. If any of you need it, says Apprentice Surgeon.
Oh, you can keep that. It's fine.
Why don't
Keep it
you
with
stay and watch the tower, actually?
Well,
Oh.
it's good experience for him. He's already buffed. Come on. I'll take responsibility.
I can.
Ooh, he died.
I can speak Ignan.
Do you speak
Yes, so
Draconic?
can I.
A few words, yes. He says in Draconic.
Let's see how much. In
Bring
Draconic,
the lad
she
along
says
there. I
he
think
is
it's fine.
going to die if we bring him.
Hey, the boy did fine in the tower.
I killed a doppelganger.
She pats him on the head. Good boy.
Thank you.
You know what? Everybody enjoys head pats.
He goes and situates himself near Sunny. He offers to pick Sunny up.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah, all right.
Very
Convey.
well. You are responsible for his life.
of course.
Oh, you're on my head now. Okay.
Here we are. Forward to glory.
Okay, so those are the only spells you're putting up.
For the time being, yes.
Okay.
There was a 10-minute per level.
Resist poison. Do you have a resist poison? Delay poison? Anything that'll last for a while?
Hang on. That's actually
That's part. Actually, that's part of the.
Planner adaptation. We should be okay.
Yeah.
An
Yeah.
adaptation,
It
if
is.
there's anything, like if we get hit with a cloud kill, that'll be different.
Yeah.
You know, there are some
Minor
invisibilities that
adaptation
went
will
up.
take care of the things specific to the
That
planet.
are natural poisons in the environment. Right?
Yeah. If a giant bug bites you, that's not going to block it.
Yeah, somebody cloud kills you, you die. You show up in this stinky swamp, and you'll be like, "Oh my god, the sulfur! I die."
Okay.
So, I think we're ready
So
to.
communal resist fire and the communal planar adaptation or planar adaptation mass, which I don't know which one it's called.
Yeah.
And then who is casting the plane ship?
I think Sunny is.
Okay. So how many do we need? Planar adaptation mass. How many does it do?
One per cast level.
Okay, we're good.
Slate doesn't need it.
Okay.
He's asleep, so he doesn't get to choose. But
I'll keep a plane
that
shift.
being said,
Okay.
when we go to the plane of rest, we'll see how much he wants.
If we need rest, if we need to protect ourselves from the plane, will a mage's magnificent mansion protect ourselves from those elements? Like, if I cast this knowledge arcane, knowledge planes, I'm trying to figure out if I cast mage's private sanctum while in the plane of fire, what's the properties of that?
You mean
Spell.
does it share the air with the outside?
It's not does it share, does it have the same properties?
Does your subplane also get?
Yeah, like is it based on the plane that I'm casting it from, or
I
does
assume it's going to be following the spell, which is like a fresh air, nice.
Magnificent mansion is what.
Yeah,
It's just it'll be as per the spell description, I believe.
we could use a rope trick too if we need. I'm just thinking if something happens and we need to like.
Problem with rope trick is unless you got a rope that doesn't burn, ropes don't last that long.
Oh.
The
Oh.
atmosphere is clean, fresh, and warm. So,
There we go.
it is suitable.
Whatever for the caster, clean, fresh, and warm is.
Yeah.
Like it's if you were from the elemental plane of fire, your magnificent mansion probably is going to be hot and sucky.
So he's on fire all the time. So his magnificent mansion might be cool for the rest of us.
He has fiery wisps, but he doesn't have he's not immune to fire.
He's just resist 5.
I have resistance. to
Resist
it, but-
5 as I stick my hand in the campfire.
Yeah, for a quick.
I dropped my wiener. Oh, there it is.
I'm pretty certain my grandma has that because I saw her say,
Yeah.
"Don't touch that. That's hot," and
you're
then
a
stick her
magnificent
hand in the boiling water to pull out the corn cob and chuck it at me.
Yeah, my brother worked in a kitchen for years. He's got asbestos hands too.
Yeah, your magnificent mansion can be suitable for
Good.
normies on the prime material.
So if we need to stay somewhere, that would be a nice thing to have. Cool.
We can also just escape to your secret plane. Don't worry, certain about the secret plane thing.
Don't worry, I think we need to link hands. And his hand goes out to hold Quintessa's hand.
He looks at him like, fine. She looks at him like at a teacher indulging a student giving a
Right.
presentation.
Yep.
Okay,
And he's
we're
holding
gonna,
his other hand, looking for like who's gonna hold it.
Cog will grab his other hand.
Brennos will basically make certain he's got a foot on Slake.
Yeah.
He wakes up, no one's around. Ah, these bastards.
Okay, and I think we're gonna plane shift using the center brass thing as the focus.
Okay.
And just to reiterate, there are a couple of sea invisibilities for my characters, and a couple of minor long-term buffs, and hopefully we're not going to get boned on the other side. Whee!
All right.
The cannon is shrunk.
Using the giant monolith of brass as a focus, you cast plane shift and arrive in a very smoky place. It does look like you've arrived inside of the mouth of a gigantic creature. There's no gullet though, like there's no throat. There's just this wall of brass metal that has segmented strips where there's etched runes that look very similar to the ones that were on the brass monolith. You are outside, or at least the opening of the mouth of this gigantic chamber leads to a fiery landscape outside, heavily smoked, and you all smell this overwhelming smell of burning pine.
I will cast Mage's Lucremation to re-prepare my plane shift because just in case.
Just in case we got to go.
Yeah, I got mine ready
The
as well.
sound of a roaring forest fire is all around you.
What is
The name of this map is amazing.
As you arrive in the Dracolossus. A raging inferno. There's just so much smoke that you can't quite at the back of the chamber that is the mouth of this creature. You can't quite understand what's going on outside, but you can hear the roar of fires and smell the smoke, or smell basically a burning pine forest. Slake has arrived, but he's still unconscious.
Ooh, that's a long way down.
Climbing through the nostril that sort of leads to a little landing, perhaps for Mephits specifically. You see a little Mephit dressed in. He's really skinny, but he's dressed in some embroidered livery, and he's looking down at all of you.
Hello, in Infernal, or not Infernal, in Ignan. My brain has a hard time with those two words.
Greetings, mortals!
We seek audience with Djamala.
Ah, yes, you have come to the foot of Djamala's domain. I am Jankel Bellhunt.
Do any of you have knowledge local Elsyr Vale?
Elsyr Vale, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes, Sunny has knowledge local Elsyr Vale. The Druid of Volcanica, don't you know?
Yeah, Thogrim does, plus 15.
42.
Yeah, not going to bother.
Who
I aid you,
who got the
44.
Sunny.
Sonny?
Sonny's got an item that gives him knowledge of Elsyr Vale.
You're like
Somebody's like, I'm supposed to know about this place.
Bellhunt, fire method. Talar has burned down a couple of times in its history, the village. And the last time it burned down was about 20 years ago, maybe 30. And it was due to a bunch of methods. One of them they captured in a church bell and kept it there for a long period of time. And you're pretty sure that that's this creature.
This Bellhaunt, yeah.
He was the captured method that was part of the swarm of them that burned down Talar.
We haven't burnt down any buildings recently, have we? Or,
Oh, no, I have I have not committed arson on the prime material plane in a long, long time.
Oh, good to hear. Good to hear.
Quintessa, looking at the height, knows Brennos can't do a fly on himself, so she's going to cast an overland flight on him. That's not personal, is it? It's touch.
If you wait here, a carpet will arrive soon. You are in Djamala the Great's domain.
Lovely.
Wonderful.
And
So the carpet will be about a few moments. So
Yes.
all right. You wouldn't have to know
You
if
have
she's.
brought gifts?
he flaps down.
It is customary for those that come here from the world of dragons to bring gifts.
Gifts for Djamala?
This is Djamala's domain. It is her responsibility to look over the Dracolossus. The great gift from the Grand Sultan to the Queen of Dragons.
Do any of you read or speak Jin?
Yeah. Give me a sec.
Thogrim
I said
speaks
yes.
Jin?
I think
Really?
Thogrim does. Give me a sec.
The psycho did it.
Some of you speak of freak. You do see that there are words that are not part of the
Wait.
description to
Ignan.
lead you likely back to Volcanica. But there is writing in here in several languages, including Draconic, and it says, "In honor to dragons and their queen, we dedicate this colossus and these ever-burning woods."
Abyss. No, I thought I did. It's
And
Nagaji
it's a
that I
royal,
have.
It's a royal we, as it.
Of course we bring gifts.
Excellent.
The gift of friendship.
Speaking of people bringing
When
gifts,
you say that, he's like,
No, that's not good. Anything small and portable that I could carry for you?
he inches closer.
No.
Quiet up there!
There are a bunch of methods that are looking down, and you recognize Fickle and some of the methods that you just sent back.
nice. So you'll give like a little bad salute.
Yep.
They likely have burned down huts if you're looking for methods to try.
Oh, I'm certain that they are most industrious. You would happen to know if the Runikar is with Djamala?
Djamala has many visitors that come and go. I am not at liberty to tell you who is visiting Djamala currently, but because there is no carpet here, you could assume that they're flying around in Djamala's domain.
Could the carpet hold a Runikar? That's a big carpet.
He thinks for a moment. He laughs about something.
Do you have a favorite animal?
Firefish, very tasty.
Okay. You would happen to be able to cast spells, would you? Aside from the normal Scorching Ray.
All methods can cast spells. We are great casters.
Are you greater than the others?
We are greater than the azers. Their king bowed down to the Mephit kings long ago. They are slaves.
Sadie's going to do the little dance. They don't have wings.
They do not have wings.
Seems unlikely.
You doubt us in our subjugation of the azers?
Sense motive? Because yes.
Very confident in this fact. It's like, it is known
if I have a 20-foot move speed,
16. I guess he believes it.
Yep.
fire resist 5, and they have a fly speed and scorching ray on tap, I would probably give up to them too.
yeah.
No more.
All right. There's somebody approaching on a flying carpet.
Oh my. That would be such a hard stealth check. Oh.
Jankel, quit lecturing our guests.
Oh, they are here, mortals from the world of dragons.
Where else would they have come from?
Hello.
Forgive my bound method. He is very old and often forgets his manners.
Oh, he is he is known amongst our people, for his adventures on the in the material. He's a naughty little one, but he's a bit of history.
One hopes it is magma under the bridge. We have made amends with the lords of that town long ago, haven't we, Jankel?
Yes, I served them for many years.
There is no concerns, but the new tower is lovely, although slightly covered in blood these days.
I am servant of Sasha the Great, Lord of Djamala's domain, is what she says as she bows. This medium-sized creature is missing one eye. If we zoom in a little bit, she's fabulously dressed, but introduces herself as a servant.
Ooh. Lovely.
Did you catch who the Lord was?
Oh, Sarshan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What language is she speaking?
She's speaking in Draconic.
Okay.
Yep.
I can understand.
Slake finally sits up.
Right here. The rod's here.
What the fuck?
Or you could walk. Pointing off the...
You need not be frightened. It appears that you have proper protections for this plane, and I assure you, this part of the plane of fire is more conducive to life. There is an entire ever-burning forest at our feet, a gift from the Grand Sultan to the Queen of Dragons. He also enjoys the smell of the wafting burning forest from across the Great Magma River. Is there a particular place where you wish to go? Are you to join the retinue of our Grand Lord Sasha the Great, Lord of Djamala's domain?
We were just hoping to have word with Djamala, if possible.
Unfortunately, she is indisposed.
Then yes, we would like to speak with this Lord Sorshan.
You bastard.
You can stop that.
I don't know what it was, people. Okay, yeah, well, all right. She's taking charge. We'll get on the carpet.
Okay. You guys get onto this carpet. It's quite large, and it's big enough to have the whole...
Slake, come on, it's the only way.
I'm not fucking getting on. It flies, doesn't it?
You watched it fly, yes.
Ah,
Have you, like I said, it's a long way down.
holy shit.
When you get to the edge, yeah, you guys see as far as you can see through the smoke. There seems to be a forest that is on fire in pockets. The part around the dragon is raging.
Is this a petrified dragon or a statue of a dragon?
Give me a knowledge arcana.
Okay, because Sunny is looking at the mouth going,
Auto aid from
not a lot of teeth going on.
No, maybe with
So-
old.
Maybe it's a baby.
It's a baby.
30.
Baby, we're done plane hopping now.
Yeah, there's no known creature that is this large. It would be a creature of legend. You're not. You're seeing signs that it's got things crafted in it, and its mouth is rounded, and there's no throat. It's like
We're
a
thinking
wall
it's
of
a.
grass. No, it's a
We
massive-
found the Mount Rushmore of the fireplace.
Yeah, it was a gift to the Queen of Dragons.
Yep.
Sonny doesn't know how the forest could still be burning.
Do you would just a curious little fellow. Does the forest grow at the same speed it burns, or how does it work?
How it works is part of the gift and mystery from the Grand Sultan. There are many rumors that he trapped a great forest spirit down there that rejuvenates the ash pines. The ash pines, I understand, are from the world of dragons, Volcanica, and naturally, part of their rebirth cycle is that of conflagration. The nature spirit likely rejuvenates them at a rate that keeps the forest in constant growth, in constant fuel. The heart of the forest is over there. And she points in a direction that isn't quite the direction where the carpet has begun to head, or it looks like it wants to go. It's like fucking grumbles and basically shuts down
Oh,
onto the carpet.
if you end up, even though he's shut down, you end up falling off this thing, you're gonna be waking up, head stuck in like a
I'm
spike.
gonna shut down for an hour.
It's like having a child.
You can time it.
Thogrim, what are you doing?
While they're doing this thing, Thogrim's just looking, like he's got the bullet between his hands, and he's just looking to see which direction it's taking him.
It lights up the greatest in the direction where she pointed the heart of the forest is.
We're not going there, right?
The heart of the forest is not the same place as Djamala's palace.
Right.
So Sunny is kind of like, so they've got some sort of spirit that they have with these trees that are specifically from Volcanica. So this spirit thing probably was from Volcanica, and I mean, we might have an interplanar incident here. I mean,
Be nice.
We're gonna
He
come
whispers to the
running out of
bat.
Here, our hair on fire. Close the gate! I can see it.
Close
It'd be
again.
another place you have to guard.
Exactly.
we're going to be filling the whole tower will be filled with walls of stone.
Everything doesn't need to be solved on your first foray to this crazy.
No. It's just it's very cool.
In the distance, the river of magma and lava is big enough that you can see it. You can see the light from it in the distance, and then there's a county-sized forest all around this colossus that is burning.
Okay.
The smoke is obscuring a lot of your view, but this servant, this one-eyed Ifrit,
Do you have a name? I'm sorry.
I am a humble servant of Sashan the Great. My name is of no consequence, she says, a little bit annoyed.
Oh. All right, of no consequence.
She bows.
Do you have a favorite animal?
I've always been partial to dragons.
Yes, for you've always lived in the shadow of...
Quiet.
I'd like her.
She glances at the light that Thogrim's like fucking
He's waving a bullet around.
No, I wasn't doing it as I said I was doing it, like behind my hand to see,
Okay.
like I was trying to hide it and like see like.
That was your
okay.
sleight of hand.
Yeah, just do that.
It's a light.
You're waving a
She
flashlight
looked
around.
at you doing something.
Okay.
She's looking at the Azer. Shall I take you to Djamala's palace now, where the great lords... She almost rolled her eyes this time. Where the great Lord Sarshan the Great has taken up residence.
Since
Sure.
She doesn't
Sure.
like Sarshan.
What's his story?
Of no consequence, she says.
Yeah, I thought we already covered that.
She's grinding her teeth at this point.
Oh.
She's
That much,
chafing
huh?
under the rule of Sarshan.
I wouldn't mind having a talk with Sarshan. To Sarshan.
Let's go see him first.
I would remind guests that while we are not in the city of Brass and are not under the purview of the laws of the Grand Sultan, it is customary to follow the laws of the city of Brass while in Djamala's estate. She was once known as a great diplomat. And she grinds her teeth again.
Can you tell us a brief list of these things that we should not do to perhaps not get ourselves killed? This is our first time traveling here, you see, so not knowing the laws might be a problem.
Being killed is the least of the worries. Enslaved, imprisoned, utilized in other ways. These are more the concerns.
Wonderful.
Right. Well, I heard on the estate. So, if you could kindly point out where the estate line ends as we approach, just for reasons.
How long has Sarshan been Lord here?
He is our Lord everlasting, she says. She's lying.
Just point out that estate line.
I'm going to try to answer your questions about the laws down in where they're from.
We're doing the whole...
Yeah, you don't have to read them out. Just
party.
list them and I can quickly read them.
I think you're not supposed to do violence. I'm pretty certain there's going to be a shall not steal. There'll be shall not go back on contracts. There's going to be,
She asks Brennos in Elven, do you speak Elven?
Hello. He waves like he is. Brennos speaks Common, Dwarvish, and Draconic.
Okay. I picture the Draconic coming up. Well, I guess I have to now.
He learned it explicitly. He didn't learn Draconic until he had to start worshiping dragon gods.
Yeah. Don't worry, my Quintessa's not exactly chock full of languages either.
The Grand Sultan's laws are many, but not so many that they could not be known. Adulterers who perform amorous activities without the Sultan's leave or consent shall be stoned to death by their own families. The Sultan is wise enough to see and know them all. Conspiracies against the Sultan's kingdom shall not be tolerated. Assassins and conspirators who would undermine the great Sultan nation shall be executed and their families shall be put to the sword, their property reduced to ash and their names stricken from memory. The Sultan's virtue is the standard, and to conspire against the Grand Sultan, against his virtue, is to conspire against oneself. Let all merchants deal fairly with their customers, and let the buyer beware. Not all is as it seems. No lien may be laid against the merchant without proof of misdealing. See how the Sultan's wisdom rings like pearls of silver with the truth. A merchant caught misleading a customer may be called upon by the customer to give free that which was misdealt. No item may be constructed, nor any magic be wrought within the Sultan's domain that uses the force of water or ice magic.
The Sultan's domain is smokeless.
Sorry, could you repeat that one? I was.
No water or ice magic items shall be crafted.
Explicitly crafted, correct?
Yes. His domain is the smokeless flame ever burning and pure. Let not his might be diluted by such whimsy. There is a exception here, but you need not worry. The obelisks that provide clean, fresh water and air for those that need it in the city of Brass are the Sultan's domain, and any tampering of such devices is immediate death, as if you were an adulterer. Those who question the Sultan's law may face the wrath of the priesthoods, and shall be hurled into the maw of righteousness forthwith. The Afriti will strive always and evermore to occupy the idols of false gods and speak the Sultan's will, so that it may be done on all planes of existence and further the Sultan's supreme divinity. The Afriti have always sought to enslave the lesser races of the universe and shall deliver all unto his service. The Afriti shall grant a tithe no less than 1/5 of their monthly earned wealth unto the Sultan when asked for the administration of the city, its public works, defenses, and armies. When called upon, as she's flying towards the palace. As you're flying through it, over top of this massive burning forest, you can see really tall, fiery beings moving through the forest. It looks like a small group of elder fire elementals that look like they're having fun setting the forest ablaze in pockets.
Get the forest on fire.
When called upon, all citizens will raise arms against the Sultan's enemies and to strike with swiftness and great ferocity, raining destruction down upon the heads of our foes. The master of a slave may treat a slave as he desires. It is very foolish or very wealthy master who would destroy his own property. So do I treat you, my children, so says the Sultan, so too shall you treat your slaves. Any slave indentured for crime will be freed of his collar upon completing his tasks in time, but the fetters fall from they who survive their torments.
Just a reminder, when we're crossing the estate line, if you could just give it a wave,
Should one slay the slave of another, he must provide and return the slaves to the owner of double the value of what he has lost. If there is a challenge to the value of the slaves, they who hold grievance may seek the Sultan's counsel from the delegations of his court. Those born into slavery are the property of the parent's master. In such a case, when slaves each belong, she continues on about slaves. Should a wife of the prince slay with slaves, and there's some other stuff there. Should the prince slay with the slaves and...
Sonny has a question about the ownership of the child of slaves who are there for prison sentence, and if it's at the end of your sentence, does he's got one question about how that works out.
Yeah, she seems quite knowledgeable and is able to answer your questions. She suspects that none of you were slaves, as slave taking from the Queen's realm has not happened in a long time, from the Dragon Queen's realm.
Good.
She assumes, however, that you guys are all servants of dragons, which is odd. Should any man slay a beast or destroy the property of another, be it in malice or hazard, he shall pay the victim double of which was lost in the animal or like ilk in compensation of living brass and elemental jewels for the property is laid to waste. No wish shall be granted which should bring about harm to my loyal subjects. And then,
wish is a legal spell here.
All authority bound to grant wishes must abide by the rules of law to the exact letter. No wish may be wrought that would make anyone the master of the universe. No wish may cause love to well where there was none. No wish may grant more wishes. These are the rules of the cosmos, and even I, master of the plane of molten sky and grand sultan of all Afriti, cannot break these rules, for they are scribed within the grimoire of the infinite worlds and are absolute.
Lest all that was wrought before become undone and the universe be stricken void, these rules thus stand. Wishes will be granted upon the exact wording of one making the wish. Any Afridi may not grant a wish to another Afridi, even if he be that Afridi's slave. No foreigner nor beloved citizen may deny my will, nor the will of my anointed advisors and priesthood. Although they may worship the gods, other gods within my realm, my power is absolute and my laws must be obeyed and respected.
With all that adultery stuff and the amorous whatever rules, I'm assuming love lives here are rather spicy.
I wonder if I can wish for more slaves who can then ask for wishes on my behalf.
Well, did they just? I'm pretty certain she just said that Afritis cannot grant wishes. Oh no, only an Afriti can't grant an Afriti a wish. It's very confusing.
I would be very careful about dealing death. You may find everyone in the city rising up against the malcontent party, for your property is likely their aim.
What if not death, but magical timeouts are dealt? Just a temporary, cessation of efforts for a while.
Foreigners are not allowed into the city without invitation.
Well, this is where it's very important. We want to maintain good relations.
Do you have an invitation for the city of Brass?
They're not going to the city of Brass.
Just to Djamala's estate.
Just to Djamala's estate, yes. Well, there's been a kerfuffle on the Volcanica side of the gate, and we just want to make certain there's continuity of relations. Nothing gets disrupted.
Are you servants of the great Sashan, Lord of Djamala's domain?
No, we come on behalf of one of his business partners on the other side.
Okay. May I ask so that I may tell Sashan whom arrives at Djamala's estate?
She kind of looks nervously at the rest of the party, like, Lord Dverak.
Okay, she doesn't seem to recognize the name. Okay.
Brennos nods to this. Yeah, this works.
She kind of like looks at him like, "We'll see if this works."
Sonny's looking at you with a quizzical look, and then doesn't say anything, I suppose. Yeah.
I was like, oh, whatever.
I hope your geographer knows what he's talking about.
Okay. Thogrim, you actually see, well, actually the group of you sees, at the center of the burning forest, a massive tree that looks like it is dripping magma.
That's awesome. Just Google cool fire pictures.
Which map is this? Oh.
And there seems to be an encampment of creatures there that look like they're all fiery-haired dwarves, like dozens of them.
If you were a fire druid, this would be home for you. Look at that.
I'm gonna pay that spot a visit at some point.
It is where your little light is pointing.
Is that the heart of the forest?
Yes. There have been some escaped Azer slaves that have been haunting that place as of late.
Yes. We had some Azer difficulty on the other side of the gate.
you see a bunch of azers, and then you see a curious being sitting up in the tree, just sort of lounging up in the tree. Find the token for that.
You fiery Cheshire cat.
Kinda.
Where? This?
No. Just need to find the name.
Burning jaguar.
Oh, I do need a few minutes to put the young one to bed.
Perfect time.
Okay, perfect timing. All right. I'll be back in 20 minutes. No, okay. Hey, just let me know when.
You gonna wait for 2 minutes to finish the
Yeah,
description of this?
of course. There he is. No, I'm not saying now. I'm saying like, ooh, hello.
What?
That's cool.
I bet landing is really hard not to like piff off the ground and smash your face.
Chin gets caught, flips over.
That is a Greek ass monster. If you've ever seen a Greek ass monster.
Yeah, it looks like it's talking to the azers. The azers look like they're camping.
Ishmunazar, the shield-faced sphinx.
Oh, you get ready to answer some riddles, man. You get your riddler hat on now. Go put some kids to bed.
Okay, your bullet, whenever you look at it, it is basically pointing at this tree. It is the lightest that you've seen it, or the brightest that you've seen
About how far away is the tree?
It's about 2,000 feet away from you.
Could he shoot the tree from here? Like,
No,
if he fired it from here, would it reach its destination?
I have a 1,600 foot range with my rifle.
If you ask the Ifrit servant to get a little bit closer, she can. It seemed like she was willing to go to other places aside.
Ooh.
So
Could we, if that's the heart of the forest, could we go there for a moment?
Lord Sashin has no control over the creatures that are currently dwelling in the heart of the ever-burning woods, and I also must warn you that there are 2 dragons that consider the wood their domain.
You wouldn't happen to know how? The dragons.
What about slaying dragons? Is that a problem? If we have to, defending ourselves.
The 2 dragons that consider the Ashwood their domain are from Volcanica. Their fate will not be decided by anyone here. The 3rd dragon that lives on the shores of the River of Magma, that separates this burning forest from the city of Brass, he pays tribute to the Grand Sultan. His disappearance will not go unnoticed.
Right, but heading towards this tree would not get us close to the local dragon. Only the ones from Volcanica, right?
I cannot guarantee your safety.
That's fine.
Lord Sashin is great, but he currently resides at Djamala's estate.
we do not fear dragons.
What is the relationship between Lord Sashin and the great Sultan of Brass City?
Great Lord Sashin is the master of Djamala's estate.
Djamala is where again?
She is of no concern, and she is indisposed.
Is she dead?
Prisoner, I see. Interesting.
No, she says, really annoyed.
What would be the penalty for accidents at Djamala's estate?
Accidentally, maliciously got their head crushed.
Just as a, just a theoretical, a hypothetical theoretical. If
Grand Lord Sashin is in charge of Djamala's estate and the rules that are there. However, one hopes that he would abide by the rules of the city of Brass, given its proximity, and Djamala's standing with the Grand Sultan. She's grinding her teeth angrily.
I count about a dozen ways this ends, and it's all versions of Sarshan. Like his head falls off, he gets split in twain, he gets
Falls to the
dumped in
left, falls to the
big
right.
I was just thinking to myself, we should have brought the rest of the party.
product. It's turned into
Go
a
back.
crow.
Like it's a spell to go back, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, we can go grab them. It would be nice to get an item from here
Well,
to just plane shift whenever the hell we feel like it here. Not that we want to.
Depends how many jabronis he has.
This is a good scouting mission.
Yeah, I think we're scouting. And
Thogrim, you wanted to do something at the tree?
Yes.
Perhaps it's best we do that now.
Before we meet with what's his face.
just in case we gotta leave quick, like.
That's not a bad idea. All right. Well,
Would you mind, dear guide, bringing us to the tree?
Certainly. I must warn you again that there is no control over the creatures there.
how fast is this
I will not be
going?
able to assist should violence break out, or should the two green dragons that are trying to become red approach.
Green dragons.
Yes, they came with the forest.
Could I, when we get close, could you look over our fine young apprentice and our passed out golem?
Okay, quick.
And then, Ahmed, this might be a good time for you to
Knowledge
go and do your thing.
Arcana got a 33. Does Quintessa know what green dragons breathe?
Yeah, BRB.
Yeah, 33. Green
Okay.
dragons breathe acid. If we were to rebuild the rules, they would breathe poison, but they breathe acid.
They breathe acid?
Yeah.
Just going to cast a communal resist acid.
Okay. You get the sense that now that you've talked to her, give me a sense motive as you've been talking to the Afridi guide.
Yes. Yes.
29? I'm sure Brennos can beat that.
Yes.
Just with your, yeah.
So Sunny, 32, and then Brennos. Why do you lie to me? 44.
Okay, so Brennos basically gets aids from the other two, so he gets a 50. Brennos has seen this behavior before. When soldiers who don't like their orders, but are obligated in a way to follow them.
Yep.
Her obligation does border on magical compulsion, but it's a magical compulsion that has room for
Like individual thought.
failure. You just don't know what the. She might be afraid of the consequence if she does. There's also something about she seems very dismissive about talking to her about herself, which you think is part of the compulsion. Like she's not allowed to talk about herself.
Now, if it's a magical thing, could it be dispelled?
Maybe. You are in a realm of fate magic, which are wishes. So
It's all certainly magic. The rules here are real. Like the legal code said, "Here's what you can't do with your wishes, assholes." So,
and then Brennos, you aren't able to communicate this, but that's what you get with a 50. You got a 50 sense motive. So there's a bunch of whispering, like she's acting weirdo, she's under compulsion, but not quite. There's something that she's something bad might happen to her if the hammer might come down if she disobeys or.
Sunny, when we Sunny will end up casting an arcane sight at some point, and we're going to look very closely at her to see if there's any sort of enchantments or charms or spells.
Okay, so you guys are landing towards the
Oh
tree.
yeah, we're going to go off and
Alright, so the
we're going to
arcane-
let Thogrim have like his religious quest.
Arcane sight. All right. Djamala has no magic that blocks this.
You mean the
Djamala's
no?
Yeah.
You mean
Djamala's
Okay.
and she can cast ninth circle arcane spells.
Okay.
Do you know which one it is, or
Oh, well, what does she have? What does she have running? Is she currently cursed or enchanted?
she currently has a ninth circle spell on her?
Sorry, is it enchantment?
It's effectively a specialized enchantment compulsion.
Gia's quest?
No, it's like on the level of dominate monster.
I mean, sorry, like a specialized Gia's quest, sort of.
Yep.
Do I think it's like Mage's Disjunction needed to break it?
Yeah.
Or
That this is Sunny that's looking at it, right?
yeah.
Yeah. You think that
Is-
you might be able to temporarily suppress it because it is a effect. It can be suppressed, but yeah, a disjunction would fucking.
Yeah, I'm pretty far from disjunctions, but it's like, do I think like a dispel will get it or break enchantment? Because if it's a ninth, I don't think break enchantment's strong enough.
All right. Did I put your tokens on the Heart of the Burning Wood? No. I'll grab you from. Grab your
Yeah,
guys.
if the spell cannot be dispelled by dispel magic, so if I don't think, like, if it's not a dispellable thing, then break enchantment's not going to get it.
Break enchantment's 5th level?
Yeah, it's 5th,
Yeah.
but it's like basically it works on anything 5th and lower, and then above 5th it needs to be dispellable. So it's only some things work. Right. So and there's a whole bunch of stuff that says like, if it's like a dominate monster though, I think dominate monster is dispellable. The thing is,
I
it's
believe it is, yeah.
so it's as per dominate person. Someone's got a super high spellcraft. I'm assuming allowed to read the spells.
I would imagine it's pretty hard for you to fail a check. I'm imagining at this point.
Yeah, you can dispel a dominate. So the base spell that it's made that is in here is dispellable, making it such that we can try to dispel it. Now, that might offend her. Like the action of doing it might be a problem, especially if we fail.
Yeah, your ride might not be a ride anymore.
Right.
Thanks for the magic carpet. Hope you like camping.
Yeah, Sonny, the looking at it around with your arcane, give me a spellcraft for the carpet.
Okay. 30. 53.
Yeah, the carpet was on a pre-programmed route when it was going to Djamala's palace, but she had to
Concentrate on it.
concentrate on it to make it go other places.
Interesting.
It also may not function not in the elemental plane of fire. They might have cut some corners to.
Mm-hmm. They created like a localized version. Also, it's not going to burn up here.
Yep.
I can show you the world.
Smoky, fiery splendor.
She's metal as shit. Like her dress has like barbed wire things on it. I appreciate her aesthetic. I appreciate the aesthetic of someone with like 2 natural armor.
Yep. And then you guys have knowledge planes, right? You identify her as an Ifrit, I think, with a DC 15 knowledge planes.
Imagine
Yeah.
Brennos can get that, yeah.
Yeah, Sunny is a plus
Sunny as
24.
well, yeah.
Yeah, Ifrit have the power to grow bigger or smaller. Normally they're large.
Mm.
They can shift their size down.
Thank you for not taking up space on the...
They also can fly. She can fly alongside of it, but she's standing on the carpet talking to you and controlling the carpet.
So
It does look like she's wanted to ask you more questions, but she may be compulsed to not be too curious or to act like a servant.
might we include you in our buffing? Protections are good for everyone, yes?
She doesn't say anything.
We'll take that as a yes.
All right. So we're going to start, I don't know, magic circle against evil, magic circle against evil, magic circle against...
She's watching the spells that you cast.
Every magic circle.
Communal protection from evil. We got magic.
Communal protection from evil?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So she gets a save?
Try to see
Oh,
it.
she gets a saving throw?
Well, every time we include her in the thing, it is a compulsion. Assuming whoever did this to her is evil.
All right. So the first time she lets you, after that, she seems to not want. Do not cast that again, she says.
There will be no need. It's already cast.
Yeah, she failed her save.
Mm-hmm.
She's got protection from evil up there.
Yep.
All right. We won't cast that one again.
You will not cast any more spells on me, she says. You have been warned.
Okay. Sunny will cast a magic circle against evil on himself.
Stand next to her.
She failed by 2.
Brennos, get over here and buff yourself.
She stops the carpet.
Nice.
Land, she says in genie to the carpet. She floats off of it.
I will try to help.
Jekyll says.
Don't you want to be free?
Quiet.
Okay, Sunny is going to cast a...
Carpet's now landing in the clearing.
I'm going to spend a mythic point to cast a Greater Dispel Magic on her, targeting the enchantment.
Okay, as the carpet is landing and she's staying behind.
Yep. Just in case she turns around to biff me, you know.
All right, you're trying to break 20th level magic.
Yep. Yes, I am. Okay. Do I have any hero points?
Question. Let me open up the sheet.
I think I do. I think I do. I want to make a friend, and this is the best way. Also, make a
Adam's
wish.
got a hero point. Ahmed's got a hero point.
I'm spending the hero point before I roll.
Okay, done.
Okay, so
Delete.
excuse me.
Do you
I get a plus 2.
automatic?
I get a +2 bonus on the spell checks.
Yeah.
I spent a mythic point, so that's a +2. So it's 14, 16, 18. +8 on the roll is +26, and I get to roll twice. Don't like that one.
That was
39, so 28th level magic.
Okay. She was about to start casting something back, and then she stops.
Hello.
She lets this horrible fire. You're pretty sure she was going to firestorm you in the carpet.
Oh. No hard feelings. Hello.
Her face crackles in anger, and with like a lightning strike on the plane of fire is kind of like a fire strike. She turns large.
Might we offer our services in your mighty revenge?
You're free!
Halt, she says to the carpet. I told you not to cast your spell upon me.
Oh, no.
You do not know what you have done.
Thogrim points at him and is like, he did it.
For I am the emissary Djamala, and this is my domain, ceded to Sarshan.
Not for long. Sarshan will be dead.
It was his wish.
I apologize for dispelling your own magic.
She's looking at the bat. That is not your true form.
Of course not. All right. I don't like heights.
At this point in time, the azers are all running around and gathering their weapons and getting into troops. And there's one leader that is the strange lion creature in the tree is just turned around and.
Hello.
I feel like we're dealing with two things at once here. No.
We might have complicated her.
Connie, why don't you deal with her and I'll deal with this?
All right.
I'll stay kind of in the middle in case I'm needed somewhere.
Apprentice certain cast a shield spell. Holding on the edge of the carpet, all frightened.
Someone give him a fly spell.
As an emissary of Volcanica, I'm certain we can come to an accord.
You are not the only emissaries to Volcanica that are here.
Well,
Probably the most powerful ones.
We need to straighten ourselves out. We do have some ne'er-do-wells that have fled to the fire plane that we need to discuss with.
My estate is currently filled with all sorts of creatures from Volcanica and beyond. It is a dangerous place for you to go.
Is there Gith there and doppelgangers?
Her face twists in anger.
We might need more of a number.
Shall we bring the rest of the boys then?
Let's go back for the rest, yes.
Well, allow me to at least do this.
Yeah. All right. We will... since you're now of your faculties again...
but still bound by his wish.
Yes. Temporarily. I mean, what are the limits to the wish? What are the limits to this? Does it continue beyond his death?
Sarshan the Great is Lord of Djamala's domain.
Right, where does your domain end?
My domain is from the edge of the River of Magma to the Dracolossus. And as wide as the ever-burning wood.
Perhaps you'd like to spend some time on the Dragon Queen's side, until perhaps Sarshan is missing.
It is not my place to interfere in the politics of the world of dragons. You...
Call it a vacation.
Mortals are obviously fighting amongst yourselves, planning wars and strategy and such. I assume the least strong side is currently in my palace. However, they have gathered some very powerful allies. I would advise against you going there for multiple reasons. While I'm impressed at you, what are you? She says, she's looking at Sunny.
I am Sunny of Volcanica.
Yeah, most of us haven't figured it out, honestly.
I'm impressed at your magic. No doubt that you also come here with ill intent towards those that reside there.
I will still be bound by the Sultan's law to protect the Lord of Djamala's domain.
Right. So how would lordship of the domain be transferred to another?
Death.
Is it a keep what you kill situation? Is it a keep what you kill situation?
No, when he dies, his wish shall be complete.
He's looking to die.
No.
No. It's just he can only be Lord while he's alive. That's all he's saying.
Well, let's kill the fucker and get it over with.
He has a considerable force there, so let's be smart.
It seems very straightforward problem. Aye, we might need, wouldn't mind Fancy Pants being around, letting me know when I'm about to stick my dick in it. You know?
So good.
There's more there if you want.
What are you eating?
Oh, Mark brought over Lindor chocolates.
Yep.
God, there, so.
That's some good joke right there.
You seem so happy.
Those are so good.
Right, so what I'm worried about is the whole rules of the City of Brass applying in your domain, his domain. I'm confused about who owns what now. Look, they declared war on the Empire. They're hiding here. They're striking out and taking people over and all sorts of shite.
I am known amongst my people and many others as a great arbiter.
You are.
I do not trust the Lord Sarshan, however, for obvious reasons. And I do not think some of his allies care for the rules around here, while others might. It is a very complex situation. There are many factions currently residing in my palace.
Palace, would you help with the relationship with the City of Brass once your domain is your domain again?
I cannot grant you a pardon from the Sultan. That is not within my powers. But
Can you advocate for a pardon from the Sultan?
you are not in the Sultan's domain, and his laws extend to the edge of the City of Brass.
Haha. Great.
It is a pardon from me that you would be seeking.
Ooh.
I do not wish violence in my home.
Perhaps we can drop. No.
Do you have a number of those who are in there? We might be able to find a more sleuthy way of solving this to keep the violence out of your home.
There is an army of fire giants of Shadar-kai and Githyanki, plus their commanders. A number of dragon people that seem to be of the same type as Sarshan. There is a wizard. There is a fallen general from the Githyanki.
Is that fucker undead?
Does he ride a dragon by any chance? That's also undead.
Yes, he arrived not too long ago.
Oh, him again.
And a delegation of 2 from your lands, I presume. An archmage and a commander.
Human?
One is human, the other is dwarf.
What kind of dwarf?
A dwarf.
The commander of the archmage. The commander of the archmage. Thogrim's long gone by this.
They arrived. I believe they are trying to make peace.
Did you get their names?
Aragathos of Denovar and Commander Bram Ironfell of Overlook.
Commander Bram Ironfell is here.
He is in my domain, suing for peace. And the leader of the giants, I believe, is hiding his true form.
What? Are you familiar with the Inquisition of the Five-Faced God?
I am no stranger to inquisitions from the Grand Sultan and his priesthood.
Well, that Bram Ironfell is on the run from the Inquisition.
Well, to be fair, Brennos.
I am the Inquisition!
All right, but if I'm with a...
Hark, oh great Djamala, it is good to see you. Unfettered from your bonds to that strange master.
Shmunazar, it is pleasing to see you and your freed azers taking such a lengthy respite at the heart of the ever-burning woods.
What is he?
Shmunazar, go ahead. You give me a knowledge arcana.
Yeah, 36.
Shmunazar is a living creature.
Thank you.
He is a magical beast. He is a sphinx, in particular a subset of sphinx because it's an andro sphinx.
An andro sphinx?
Yep. Andro sphinx are known for their lion-like prowess in battle, like they've got pounce and rage and all that stuff. And they've got roars that do different things depending on how many times they've roared in a given day.
Okay, interesting.
Typically, they are like a very spiritual creature, as in they have racial levels in cleric or divine connection. A rare beast that what the fuck's it doing on Volcanica?
Andro sphinx doing here?
It seems to be just fine with the heat of this place, which is odd. Like that shouldn't be. It's not a normal property of the creature. It seems to know who Djamala is. She kind of chastises him. Perhaps they've overstayed their welcome, or she doesn't like freed slaves camping out on her lands. But she's not.
They're not on her lands right now.
Position to do anything about
She's
it.
not in a position to do anything about it, and it also doesn't. It seems like more of an annoyance as opposed to she's refusing it.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, you know each other.
I
Can't
see there is an
introduce
azer amongst your band.
Care to introduce me?
Punt Thogrim off the friggin' carpet. Like,
Thogrim casts fly on himself.
Descend is what she says, and
Or not.
it descends. The carpet descends all to the bottom. The azers look like they're going to defend themselves.
Greetings. My name is Thogrim.
And the azers are kind of. Are you talking to the azers, or are you talking out to the Shmunazar?
The Sphinx dude. What's his name?
I'm just going to take your cannon token and drop it under you.
Yeah. Where is it?
You left it behind. I just moved them over. They're under your token.
Hold your weapons, azers. This one is the one that I have dreamt of.
Yeah, Thogrim takes the bullet out and point and aim and just.
Yeah, it is the brightest. It actually causes some of the azers to avert their gaze from the brightest when it's pointing directly at Shmunazar, and particularly a V-shaped holy symbol that he's wearing as part of his big ass faceplate.
You are the one You are the ones I'm supposed to find. My name is Thogrim. Thogrim Redsteel.
Yes,
is. O Vulcan, Lord of Volcanoes, I hear thee. This one is the one that you told me would come.
Tell me of this Vulcan.
His crafts I hold in awe. Alas,
And he kind of shows you his claw-like hands.
I am no forge smith. I am his voice. I am the bringer of his inspiration. Once Vulcan was the forge master of his family, the artificer of his pantheon. But even gods can have a change of heart. And he changed. He became only the Lord of Volcanoes. Cauldrons of calamity! I have come by way of the plane of fire to this place. To go to the world of dragons. To go to the place named after volcanoes. There has been a great disturbance in divine connections. I hear even a god died in a volcanic eruption as of late. Surely such things were the result of the movement of our god, or surely it awoke him from his complacency. I am to bring his voice to Volcanica. I am to work with you.
So he's going to whisper in the back of Thogrim's head. I like this guy.
Thogrim closes his eyes and rolls his eyes inside his. You will have a hard time. Volcanica is ruled by the Imperium.
The
Which would
Imperium. Yes. We believe that our ways can be in simpatico with the Imperium. Imagine this: a good community, a harmonious community, a strong community in purpose and in bond, a community where everyone is armed, a gun for every man, woman, and child. A safe community, safe from the outside, secure from within, and a bullet for every problem. And the factory will be the engine of prosperity, the beating heart of the community, and its manufacture shall be of the faith and of the faithful. And I, we, Thogrim, shall deliver the true power to the plains. I have battled the Titans on behalf of the first gods of men. He has crafted artifacts aplenty for the first gods. While clever this innovation, he is the father of innovation and the grandfather to his craft.
Ew, that's Quintessa. She hates technology.
You are one who crafts.
Yes.
You know the way of the gun.
Will this community be called?
Yes.
I have come to the right place. Bring me to Volcanica, and we shall craft this community.
Yeah. Thogrim's thinking.
Thogrim, who's your new friend?
Thogrim, he likes the idea. It's like the Imperium does not want anyone to have guns. Only specific dwarves or specific soldiers from the Imperium.
Sonny from the branches, who's now in the tree, is going poppycock because he's preparing a spell to cast on the tree because he wants to know about this tree. But
Yeah, okay.
poppycock.
And you know of such things, with my voice and your knowledge and your craftful hands. You even bear the same deformity that our god had. A twisting.
What do you mean? Explain.
Vulcan had other names before he was Vulcan, and he was twisted and lived in his cave. It was only through his great crafts that he achieved greathood, that he was gifted a bride of great beauty, as treacherous as she was. It has been a long time since Vulcan has been inspired. He shall be known again as a god of craft, and the two of us, we shall do this. We shall bring unto the new world a new Vulcan.
I like the idea, to be honest. We need to, if anyone is to help us, it would be Barnabas. He's a friend, an ally. He's like, what the fuck?
Do not worry. Vulcan has been a friend of humans. He is one of the oldest members of a human pantheon from long ago. A pantheon that fought titans in the very chaos that threatened all of creation. But he has seen, through his madness, through his isolation, through his contemplation, through his separation from the rest of his family, and by giving up his portfolios, he seeks to acquire a new portfolio for a new age, a rebirth of Vulcan. He shall become the god of firearms.
What's this asshole's name?
Vulcan?
No, this guy. How do you say his name?
Eshmanazar?
Eshmunazar.
Eshmanazar, then. We will make our way back to Volcanica. What of your allies? He points to the Azer.
If you will find place for them upon this world that your empire has invaded.
It's not my empire. It's the human one.
Human, dwarf, azer, any creature that can hold a gun shall be welcome. It will be my great sadness that I will not be able to participate in such firing of arms, but I shall be the voice and inspiration.
Why can you not participate?
He holds up his claws.
I do not have the proper appendages.
No thumbs.
Give
Thogrim,
give the fiery bearded man a week or two, you'll have a cannon strapped to your back.
Actually, yes. Can Thogrim?
Rockets on its wings.
No, I'm thinking.
The first mech.
I'm thinking of the pistol. You know those pistols that have the those cannon pistols. If you can just make them with command words.
Is there a place where the azers may build their homes, so that we may begin to gather the supplies and things that we will need to create the great holy factory?
I already have my own forge.
Excellent.
It is not on Volcanica, though. It is my own plane.
Wonderful.
Do you have any clerics here?
I am a cleric of Vulcan.
All right, excellent. And then I shall give you the planer, one of my planar rods. The plane is small. It will fit everyone, but it is small. You will need multiple shifts to take everyone there. But they can get working.
What's that? Azers? There's
Like 150?
To 60.
Oh, 60?
62 people.
Like 10
Not gonna
castings.
hold 62 people right now, dude.
Right now, no. But when I level,
It would be nice to see these Azer move on, lest their masters come looking for them.
Former masters, for now they follow Vulcan.
are there other Asia somewhere here that need to be rescued?
would not advise that.
They're very interesting with property here, and we are trying to maintain good relations. Right, Emissary?
For now,
course.
these shall be